All I smoke is weed, my nigga, please let me chief in peace. All I sell is weed, police, please let me trap in peace like that.
One, let's get it.
Battle rap fan salutations. I am your host, Rule, Jam Rule, on the May 10th, 2018 episode of What Are We Doing? We are here to discuss Pearly Gates 2, a live review of a fan who was in the building for it, and further discussion on Verb versus Murder Mook. Without any further ado, let's introduce our guest. On my right-hand side from Allentown, PA, introduce yourself.
Showtime, what's good?
Showtime. Do you want to know something?
What's up?
Guess who Mook's battling? You want to know who? You want to know who? You want to know who? He battling the one, the only Verb. How we doing? What are we doing with that? How did that event go? And what can you tell us about the battle? Once I got to know.
Well, I don't know if I haven't been keeping up with like blogs or whatever, but for anyone who's seen the pay-per-view or who was in the building, we know that the battle didn't so much get announced as it got spoiled by Pat Stay during his third round against Verb. So that was super, super weird. Obviously, ARP wanted to build the hype up a little bit more, a little bit better, and everything. I had known about the battle before, prior to even going to the event. I knew who Mook was battling. My initial reaction was, I think it's super dope. I think Verb definitely deserves it, despite some people. I know a lot of people don't feel that way, but just by Verb's body of work, being as lyrical as he is and everything, plus his comeback. Can we say that Verb's on a comeback?
On a comeback tour? Well, are you impressed with the 3-battle stretch that he's given us?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But not to divert too much from the event and everything. So in the building, they had Mook come up and they had and everything, and Mook was talking about how he wants to say who he's going to battle, but they're going to announce that at a later time. I don't think they were going to announce it. I don't even think they would have announced it by now. I think it would have been something that they would have announced maybe a month from now, even, and
That's
just kind of let it. Yeah, and just kind of let it speculate and build, because speculation and the curious factor, that question mark always builds stuff up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hype around stuff, the mystery and everything. But then Pat in his third round spoiled it, said to Verb that you're going to battle Mook next, and this and that. He's got Mook next, or whatever the bar was.
And how did the fans react? Like in the building, what was everybody like? Were they making noise, or were they confused?
I think, if I remember correctly, there was a big sigh of but I'll tell you what, though. I can't give you my reaction because I had it spoiled to me days before. From an insider that's not going to be named. I'll keep that, totally anonymous or whatever.
Right.
But I don't know. It was just, I know there was a sigh of what?
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I kind of felt like Mook said, you know what? I could be battling Math. It could be this guy. It could be that guy. But he did one thing. They admitted that it was not a RBE gunner.
Oh, okay.
So
we didn't get the show off versus Mook battle everybody's been asking for.
No, but I'm saying they didn't leave it to that speculation because obviously that no one would have had any hype for that, and maybe some people were speculating that or whatever, but they just wanted to kill even the possibility of that being a speculation.
Dang, even ARP knows nobody wants.
But I will say this though, the way that crowd and that environment felt. And as well as everyone performed, and that's not me being biased, Jam, because I've been to 2 events prior to this, maybe even 3 events prior to this, and I've told you when a battle was terrible or a battler didn't perform up to his standards or didn't perform up to our standards or whatever. But everyone there, like, this was the best event I've ever been to by far.
Okay.
There wasn't a bad battle on the card, and I know a lot of people say that, but that's not me. You know me. I'm a fan of no one, and I'm nobody's friend. I'm not an industry dude or anything like that.
Oh.
So I always keep it 100 when it comes to if these battlers do trash or not. If I didn't know what the battle was, I would have very easily speculated that it could have possibly been Verb or even Math Hoffa, with how well they did that night. And the way ARP was kind of like building them up. You know what I mean? Not to say that they need to be built up, because obviously they're two established names, but the way they presented them, you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Has top tiers of their class and everything. If I didn't know, I would have speculated it could very easily be Verb or Math.
How'd you think of the judging? That whole event was
terrible.
Orientated.
Terrible. Terrible. Some of the worst judging, maybe the worst judging I've ever seen. Horrible.
Oh my God. And live, live were the people shocked at each result. Well, we all know Math won clearly because spoilers, he apparently had performance of the night, if I'm correct.
He did. He did.
Yeah. So we're going to get to Math later. But the other three, and for those that don't know, it was B Magic, J Murda. It was originally supposed to be J400 Block and Shotgun Suge versus Show Off and J Murda. That got replaced with J Murda versus B Magic. Then it was Daylight versus Loso. And then the other battle was, if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't Jims. It was, what was the other battle?
Daylight versus Loso, B Magic versus Ill Will. My bad. Math Hoffa versus
and Pat Stay and A Verb. Okay, so those three, right? How all three of those was wrong. Like, and the people in the crowd felt that way too. You were saying?
No, I don't know if the people in the crowd felt that way.
But you and Peace definitely did. Like you, for
me,
those that don't know,
Peace and I. Yeah, Peace is R&B VA affiliate and everything, and someone I know outside of battle rap stuff and all that. I had B Magic winning clearly against J Murda. J Murda just did a lot of that rah type of stuff, like quote unquote room shakers. But this is coming from a seasoned fan who doesn't get impressed by that. You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff just doesn't impress me.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? Now, I'm not hating on J Murda. He performed extremely well. Salute to him. I think he did dope. He was fire and everything. I just thought B Magic rapped a lot better. So maybe that one I'll just even leave up to preference. But I took it. Me and Peace looked at each other and said, B Magic 2-1, 3-0 possibly. Right? Super dope rapping by B Magic. The next battle, definitely shout out to B Magic. The next, Daylight versus Loso, and this was like maybe the robbery of the night. This was such bad judging, so weird. The way their judging system worked was some kind of weird point system or something, like some kind of really thank you, some kind of really dumb point system. And my bad, y'all, because I'm not the most eloquent speaker. I'm terrible at recapping stuff, so bear with me a little bit if this sounds messed up or whatever. It was just, I forgot how the point system exactly worked, but it was whoever had like the biggest point difference won or something like that. I don't know. No. But it was. There was something weird about it. I gotta ask Peace.
Whoever had was it like whoever had the best bar of that round got ahead?
No. It was something weird. It was like, let's say it's tied in the rounds, right? Like, let's say the first round is tied. I don't know. Whatever the case was, though. They had Loso winning, and it was like, no, not at all. Like, definitely not. Loso was super corny that battle.
Oh, Lord.
Super clear. Daylight choked in the third.
Oh,
but
so he lost that round.
He lost that round, and there was like a huge point deduction on account of that. But it was weird. Like, I don't even like point systems. Like, battle rap, you can keep it simple. This guy won this round. This guy won this round. That guy won that round, and this guy won that round again. Like, it's that simple.
Was the first 2 rounds, was that clear from Daylight? Super clear.
Okay, Daylight was rapping his ass off. He had this noodle scheme, which was like trolling because it's so dumb, like new dude noodle. But it was so fire. It was so tongue in cheek and fire and everything.
Terrible.
But Daylight, I'm telling you, Daylight was rapping his ass off. Like, this was Daylight in a return to form. Super fire. I don't know how they gave that to Loso.
But what was it about Loso that made his round so unbearable?
Loso's just corny. You know that.
I guess, yeah.
Loso's just a new fan style battle rapper who just says like corny things that like have like shock value. Like, you know, the type of bars like, well, since I'm a Christian, it's only right I put like, you know, that corny type of stuff. That
he does do those bars. You're right. Oh
yeah, Daylight is just far superior lyrically in terms of talent, rapping. It was just, there was just so many different levels, and I don't know, like the crowd wasn't feeling that decision at all.
I don't know. The Saga said Loso.
But you know what though? I will say this. Matter of fact, I take that back. The crowd was kind of like, I don't know. I think Loso might have got that. Very weird though. Very weird.
Okay.
But you know how some fans are, though. Some people are newer fans and whatever.
Like, I guess that could be the case. It may be also like because Daylight's like an on-cam battler. Like he orientates his stuff to, you know, the camera. Was Loso perhaps because you said J Murder won? Was J Murder perhaps having a better delivery that night than B Magic?
I mean, if you like that delivery better, sure, but.
No, but was B Magic energetic at all? Like, I could already tell.
B Magic is just B Magic. It just has that laid back, rapidy style, bro.
Yeah,
he just goes into his flow and just kills it. Like the bars themselves get the reaction for B Magic. But I don't want to stay too long on this, on the Verb and Mook thing, on the Verb and Pat Stay thing. All I'm gonna say is this. This is a fantastic battle. Like, this is a fantastic. This, by the way, this is no being in the crowd hype. Because, bro, I'm 27 years old, approaching 30. There's no such thing as in the crowd hype for me. I'm a 30-year-old man. There's no such thing as that. There's no such thing as me getting in the vibe and in the feelings of being in the crowd. No such thing. This battle was amazing. So don't think Verb losing the decision means that this is disappointing and this hurts the fact that he's going to battle Mook, that this makes him somehow deserve Mook less or anything, because they both did absolutely amazing. Like this is some of the best Verb rapping I've ever heard. Like the first and second.
Before you break down the round, who did you have winning this battle?
I had Verb 2-1.
Okay.
I had Verb 2-1. I'm not even going to break it down. All I'm going to say is this. Extremely great performances by both. The third round slip, but that's a given though. You know what I mean? That's fine. But if you give me 2 phenomenal rounds, I'm content with that. First round by both was amazing. The first round by Verb was insanely good rapping. Second round, insanely good rapping. But in the second round, his best rounds of all time.
Really?
Like, this was vintage Pat. This was like Pat against Sharon. And then the third round, Pat had weird. I said I wasn't going to get into it, but my bad. Pat had like a lot of weird angles and stuff. Verb took a weird approach too. But Verb
everybody tries those angle rounds in the third, and sometimes they don't work out.
Right. But the first 2 rounds, though, are so good, though. Like, the rapping and the quality of it is so amazing that it makes up for it. So don't think this hurts the narrative of Verb getting Mook.
Now, how would you say that Verb? Wait a minute. We gotta give props to Math freaking Hoffa.
Yeah, Math.
Before I get to Mook and Verb, what did Math Hoffa do to my man Ill Will? He was always running into the best people in their best moments.
But here's the thing, though. One thing you got to give to Ill Will, he kept up. Every round. He kept up. Ill Will is just a super dope performer, bro. Like, he was just. But Math, though, this was like the best Math since Arsenal. Math was rapping phenomenal. Like, this was ridiculous. Maybe the best Math I've ever seen.
Almost murdered Mook.
Maybe the best Math I've ever seen. Like I said, though, what did I tell y'all? If I didn't know who Mook had going into the building, I would have speculated after that it might be Math.
Dang. That's ridiculous, bro. Like, I can't even believe this event happened like a week ago, and I'm still in shock that these results happened.
Yeah, man. Listen, if you guys could still buy the pay-per-view, I'm telling you right now, it's money well spent. Like,
all this
really
so shocking.
No, like, really, it was a dope event. And you know me, Jam, I never tell people to, like, just throw their money at an event because one battle is decent or good or whatever. I'm stingy when it comes to that. Y'all know that.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, that's a fact. Hey, but what we do got to pay for, what everybody's probably going to pay for, is this Mook and Verb battle. After this battle you had with Pat Stay, what chances do you give Verb of beating Murder Mook, if any?
A phenomenal chance. A phenomenal chance.
I gotta see to believe it.
Like I said, don't let the decision deter you from, because you know how weird judge battles are. A judge battle means very little to me. I'll be honest with you.
Didn't they give my boy, I always bring this up, man. That Swave and Danny battle was the funniest thing I ever seen in my life.
They also had Jim's beat Verb, and that clearly wasn't the case.
Oh my God. Yeah, RBE judges, the only thing I can ever knock RBE for. They do everything right except for the judging.
But that's not them, though. I can't put that on ARP, though. He's not judging the battles. I can't put that on them. You got to blame Jay Black and company for that.
Well, yeah. I mean, they did have Trez and Mike P as they top 10 battlers of the year, so like they don't.
All right. I get you. But
they gotta pick the judge. I think, agree or disagree, more battlers should be judges.
No, not necessarily, because there could be a bias with that too. And I've seen bad judging come from battlers, bro. From the King of the Dot stuff to the grind time stuff. I've seen bad judging come from battlers.
It's almost like, here's the thing though, with them, they have their reasons or whatever. There's been like two, 3 robberies in KO and King of the Dot out of 15. Like, that's not bad.
No, there's been a couple more than that. But all right, but let me say this though. Let me say this real quick. One thing to note, because I don't know if this is going to be on camera or not, on the pay-per-view or when they drop the footage, which probably won't be for a while. For a while from now.
Definitely, yeah.
The thing with the Verb battle, Verb had a line that mentioned Tech 9 in it, so they replaced Tech 9 in case he might be biased against Verb, which was really stupid because we're talking about a grown man in his 30s. I highly doubt Tech 9 would have had a bias against shot at him in a battle. Like, it's a battle.
Yeah.
Like whatever. Like Jam, objectively speaking, if you're a battle rapper and you're judging a battle and someone throws a shot at you, are you gonna
as long as it's fire. Like,
okay, exactly. Exactly. And it wasn't even like a super personal or anything like that.
You said something. He probably said something about a Tech 9 shooting the microwave. Like, he probably said something like that.
No,
right?
it was like you think I care about y'all Tech 9s or something like that. Whatever the case was, though, they replaced him with Direct, who I feel is more likely to have a bias towards Pat Stay.
Oh. Well, yeah, didn't he do the pay-per-view? He was the one doing the pay-per-views, right? Rap Grid.
Yeah, that's right.
Huh. Shout out to Direct. But he picked Pat Stay, didn't he?
I don't know. They didn't tell us who picked what. Or if they did, I wasn't paying attention. I know they awarded Battle of the Night Math and Ill Will and Performance of the Night to Math. But yeah, also sidebar, the way that crowd and the way the battlers like seemed, like the vibe they was giving off, I don't think that money stuff was real, by the way.
Huh.
That's just between me and you and whoever listens to this. I don't really think like I think everybody got paid.
Yeah. Like, you know what? After those interviews, shout out to Hip Hop is Real. I watch all their content. I don't care how ridiculous their thumbnails and titles are. They didn't seem that upset afterwards. Now, I do think that Jims and Averb was real because Averb looked distraught. He looked, out of words, out of breath. Like, he looked defeated after Jims. Compare what Averb's reaction was to after the Jims judging decision, and compare it to how Averb's was, to how Ill Will was, to how B-Magic looked like he was having a great time. You know what I mean? I don't think there was any money on the line. And Averb looked completely different than what he did against Pat Stay. I don't know. It was strange. Like, I see where you're coming from now. Because after that event with Jims and Averb and everybody else that had battles like that, like, they looked so scared after the event after they lost.
My bad. Am I good?
You good now, yeah. What's up?
Like I was saying, I think everybody really got paid, really and truthfully.
Word. Yeah.
Like, I don't think it was really like the loser doesn't get paid or whatever, or the winner gets extra money. Nah, it didn't have that vibe, to me at least.
Yeah.
You know how you could just tell, you know what I mean?
No, I was just talking about that earlier. I was saying from the Jims and Averb battle, Verb looked defeated afterwards. But after the Pat Stay battle, he was like, yeah, okay. Like, yeah, like, I could just tell the difference.
Well, I mean, also though, I wouldn't say, yeah, that's true, but also the man's getting Mook. Like, come on now.
Also, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, how do you have that battle going? We're going to get different people to talk about it. You make your prediction, Mr. Showtime.
I got Verb.
You got Verb?
I got Verb clearly taking it.
Woo! That is a hot take, my friend.
Not even in an objective way or a debatable battle.
You got Verb 2-1 clear, 3-0 clear? 4-1?
I got Verb taking this and then being in the talks to battle the Hollows, like a rematch with Hollow, like to battle a Lux and all that. Like, I think this is the battle that elevates Verb to battle Lux. That puts him in that upper echelon.
I don't know, my friend. I don't know.
I'm telling you.
You have a feeling that Verb is going to come up with this crazy material to just counter.
Well, okay. Did Verb not have crazy material against Twerk?
He did.
Okay. I told you he gave. That was close because of how good of a performer Twerk is. I'll give you that it was close, but who won the battle, though? As crazy as Twerk was, Twerk had the round of the night and everything. Who won that battle, though?
But to me, Verb won, but the fans are split on that.
Okay, and you're not a Verb fan or a Verb. Don't think it's biased.
I don't like Verb. I don't like Verb. And I had Verb win.
I know people are gonna say it's biased because the name comes from a forum, bro. Like it was just put a random name in the forum.
Just go.
Yeah. So I'm being real. Like which by the way was the greatest shoot I've ever seen in battle rap. By the way, when he was talking about the battle and everything at Pearly Gates 2. It was just the most honest I've ever seen anyone. Like, he wasn't trying to sell anything. He wasn't trying to sell a fight. He just came off really super genuine about everything.
Yo, Showtime, I'm gonna be serious. I think Verb might die just off of what Mook was saying.
Did you watch it? Did he show that? Did he upload that?
Did he say, "Oh, my daughter, my opponent doesn't want to battle me. He's going to retire after this battle"? Y'all can believe that. Did he not say that?
Yeah, he said that, but he also said like he's gonna watch and study the game tapes, see what the new fans like and everything, which isn't bad. I'm just saluting him for how honest it was.
Yeah, no. He also said, "I'm whatever they think is hot. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, I've been doing that since ever. Like, he's gonna. No, he's gonna do that definitely.
I just think on RBE especially, and I think the way that crowd and you're gonna get any crowd with a Mook battle. You know what I mean? I just think that Verb's got this in the bag though. Really and truthfully. I think this is the hungriest Verb we're ever gonna see. This is Mook, bro. This is Mook. So an inspired Verb is gonna be insanity. What he gave against Pat Stay was amazing. But maybe even that, you gotta figure he's got Verb coming up. He's probably saving his best stuff like for Verb. So it's only gonna be even better than that. And it's gonna be 3 solid rounds.
Okay.
I think Verb is just really here's the thing why Verb is gonna win though.
Okay.
You got to realize something. Verb is coming in as the underdog, right? Like, Verb is supposed to lose that battle, correct? Anybody else, they would give the opponent winning against Mook. Like, if it was Hollow, how many people would just say Hollow's going to watch Mook?
Good amount.
A lot, right?
Yep.
Okay, being that it's Verb, who's super, super not super hated, but being that it's Verb, who is kind of hated in battle rap a bit.
He a villain in battle rap.
He's a villain, and he's the underdog. He's going to have that whole umph, like just elevating him up and that chip on his shoulder and everything to come into that kind of bag. You know what I mean? That everybody got you winning because you're apparently the king of this and everything, but I earned my spot.
Okay.
I don't give a F if they say I lost to K-Shine and I lost to this one and that one. I'm taking it. I'm taking that spot.
So you think he's gonna be more motivated than he's ever been?
Not only motivated, he's gonna have that chip on his shoulder.
You know,
because everybody's saying right now he don't deserve Mook. It should have been Surf and this and that. I'm telling you.
Should have been, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm a Surf fan. Go ahead, say what you need.
No,
to say.
I feel you on that. I'm
deserve this battle. I'm
Surf
under 20. Dope. I'm under 20, and I don't know how to brag about my money. Surf deserved this battle. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay,
Surf is Surf, man.
Let me rant on Twitter right now. Let me do my little rant.
Surf is definitely Surf, man, and that's definitely a battle that's going to happen, too. I don't think URL is going to let... Man, URL is... This is the same thing that happened to URL with Lux. You know what I mean?
Bro, to this day, I wish Hollow and Lux would have been on URL, bro.
No, that battle's perfect. I don't want nothing to change with that
audio. That crowd and audio was not...
Nah, the crowd and everything...
That crowd and audio was
perfect.
That crowd and audio was ass. If that
I
was
don't know, though, man.
underdog.
I'm telling you, though, the way that Verb is coming in, like the villain, the chip on his shoulder, it's going to get really dark for Mook.
Whew.
Like,
Also,
I don't
first,
think Mook can persuade a crowd against him, against Verb, the way he did with Lux. Because I think the crowd might even be rooting for Verb in the sense of just because it's the underdog, you know what I mean?
everybody loves an underdog.
And the way he's gonna come in, swinging and everything, I don't know, man. I got Verb.
I strongly disagree, but I'm gonna talk about who I have in a later date. But for now, this is your host Jam Rule signing out. Showtime. You want to hit us with an outro?
Salute to y'all for having me, man.
All right, man.
Good to be back.
SANHII, man. Hit the curtains. We out.
Bro, you're not 19.
I'm 20.
I don't even smoke. I don't even smoke. No, not at all. I don't even smoke weed, nigga. I sell that shit to you in a heartbeat, nigga. What you want? I keep the 40 with the arms reach, nigga. I 40 motherfucker like some laundry, nigga. I don't benefit from it. Why you talking to me, nigga? I get you tagged off like a warranty, nigga. All I smoke is weed, my nigga. Please let me chief in peace. All I sell is weed. Police, please let me trap in peace. Like that. A little brother named Kid. That's not his real name, but I just call him that. 60 hoes chillin' in the bag. Where they at? Yeah, packed in the bag of a motherfucking leg. Nigga, I get as high as I want. Nigga, I get as high as I need to complete my daily test and count up all this revenue. It's about 6 bitches all in my line. Like super fuck you tryna do, bitch. I'm tryna get a little high. Then go on by the fuck I got it. I get as high as I want. Let a nigga hit her from the front. Reverse that.